This is the Negro Ninja, and it's funny how society, especially the United States, is always talking about, express yourself, do what thou wilt, more or less, is basically what they saying. Okay, that's a quote from Alistair Crowley, basically saying don't follow no rules or whatever. But the ironic part is that evil, is very orderly in their chaos. When you really stop to think about it, people are just like them communists over there in them other countries. Okay, let's look up the word fascism. Fascism. Hold on. Fascism. Fascism.
According to Wikipedia, fascism is a form of far-right, authoritarian ultranationalism characterized by dictatorial power, forcible suppression of opposition, as well as strong regimentation of society and of the economy, which came to prominence in early 20th century Europe.
Okay, now examples that I can easily peep. Okay, you don't agree. Okay, you ostracize. They blackmail you. They blacklist you. However they can. If they can get some on you, they'll try to get some on you just because you just don't like what is going on. Okay, and you don't even have to voice this opinion. They can just look at you and see. Okay, like people can just look at me and they just ask me, "Are you homophobic?" I'm like, "No, but I'm not scared of these rainbow zombies, so I'm not lying." Okay, but they just know that's the only word they can think of. Okay, but they just know that I don't play that shit. Okay, now one of the more memorable examples of this, even though it happened a lot, was when I was working retail. Okay, and they took forever to close, and we just sent around in a circle waiting for them to lock up and all this shit. You know how stress annoying that is. And then one of the managers initiated this conversation. I don't know how this happened, but we in a circle. And this is deep right here. We're in a circle. And they was like, what do you think of rainbow zombie marriage? Just walking around asking people in the circle. And then they get to me. I said, I ain't trying to get into all that, man. I promise you, they at least circled about 6 times asking me the same thing over. And I'm like, I ain't trying to get into that. I ain't trying to do all that controversial stuff, man. I'm good. Man, it's okay, man. We're just asking, we're not gonna, give you a hard time. I forgot exactly how you said it though. I said, hey, look, I'm Christian. That's all I said. Okay. And that right there was enough to start this war. So you're Christian. Then they, get into the Bible. So you sin too, just whatever the heck they were saying. Then it just got to the point where, one of the managers was talking to me about the Luciferian Bible. And I was like, how the hell I get into this situation? Like, why they got to do this right here? And I think that's the true reason why them niggas took forever just to close down the store. I was like, why? Okay, nothing is that hard. Working retail is not that hard. It just depends on how well the store is ran. Apparently, it wasn't ran that well because I went to other places besides this, and that pretty much just proved to me that these people just suck. Okay, but half the stuff that goes on, people do it for a reason. So they took forever to close because they were trying to low-key corrupt your boy. Trying to convert me into their little stupid nigga mindset. Nigga was white, by the way. One of them little dusty white boys. Like he a stereotypical pizza nigga from the 90s. With the mullet and all that shit. Okay, this nigga so retarded that he arguing with me about the Nintendo Wii. Saying it's more powerful than Xbox and PS3. I was like, how the heck? Like, why do these dumb motherfuckers always be trying to talk to niggas? Like, why are you talking to me? Shit. Okay, and you don't be trying to engage them, and they'll just come at you like, why you stop talking to me, please, sir? And that's how stupid he is. Okay. And then it just get to the point where he just trying to, how people try to browbeat you with the Bible. He was trying to browbeat me with the Luciferian Bible. Okay, and the stuff he was telling me sounds just like the books that you would see at Barnes and Noble about positive thinking and just new age stuff in general. It's always positive. I was like, this don't sound okay. Like it sounds evil if if you're a man of God, so you can just catch it, but it don't sound threatening and anything like they're saying cut this person and drink their blood. At least I never heard nobody quote that to me. I'm not saying it's not in there, but he was just saying stuff. Okay, I think he did mention stuff like do what thou wilt and stuff. He was saying stuff like, well, the Bible says rely on God. Well, the Luciferian Bible says rely on yourself. I'm like, yeah, that's the positive thinking book. Just trying to browbeat me like that. I'm like, these niggas is really trying to get me. Okay, and that's how I know work. Okay, it's more or less just a brainwashing camp. It's more or less a concentration camp in many ways when you stop and think about it. But just it's less extreme. But they just try to get you spiritually mostly. They'll wear you down physically a little bit. Maybe overwork you and all this type of stuff. Then they'll come at you with that bullshit. But I have a strong mind, so none of that stuff fazed me. Okay, but I eventually started getting in trouble. Okay, all because of that. I said, look, I'm just a man of God. I ain't even really trying to talk to y'all about this type of stuff. You ain't trying to talk. They are. Okay. And then you got the gang stalking. One of the things people do when they gang stalk is they'll try to mirror what you're wearing. There were people that had the same kind of cars I did. I was like, I'm seeing a lot of Hyundai Sonatas. Like ever since I got the Hyundai Sonata about 2 years or when was this? I think I got it in 2018. Soon as I got that, okay, about a few months later, I started seeing people with the cars over here. I'm like, okay, now everybody got a Hyundai Sonata. But now, since they really been gang stalking, I've been seeing red, blues. I'm like, these motherfuckers did not have this shit until I got it. No, I ain't tripping. Then I was seeing people all with, that little blue fleece I be wearing in a lot of my old videos. They started wearing that too. And I was like, I saw this nigga over here when I was delivering this food here. I saw him at Walmart. Then I see him waiting on the side right here as I'm going this way driving at a stop sign. I'm like, that's that same motherfucker in that same blue shirt. How he go to the same place with the same order? Okay, and somebody was telling me that them niggas that do the gang stalking me ordering the food from DoorDash and stuff. So DoorDash is not a good app to have. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. Tell me why I was trying to do DoorDash the other day. When my phone was off, I'm like, let me pay the bill. So when the phone was cut off, I got like 3 orders back to back. Then a fourth one was coming. I'm like, let me pay this bill real quick. Then when I got my phone turned back on, the order stopped. I'm like, damn, it's been an hour and ain't nobody said shit. Okay, that right there, because I heard somebody talking about it on here. Okay, because he was, filming, driving around, basically saying, look at how full of shit they are. They holding me up. They could have gave me this tip on the app, but they want to look for it in cash, just trying to hold me up. Look at these people walking past me. And they was doing that, like, as he was doing this, as soon as he said that, dude, I'm like, this is just weird, The motherfuckers talk to the cops. As soon as he turned his back and turned the camera on them, they was talking to the cops. I was like, and I was like, that everything you said is true. Okay, but anyway, and that's just another form of fascism. Okay, they're just trying to it's forcible suppression. They're trying to mirror what you're wearing. Maybe the type of car you have. They don't want you to stand out. They're trying to take away your individualism. Like Rainbow Zombies doing the same thing. Like if you don't want nothing to do with them. It's like how they harassing me outside. Now the Rainbow Zombie with the dress and his girlfriend is parking across from me in the cul-de-sac again. Once again, he has a full-blown bitch. Okay, he's getting pussy regularly. And he still want to mess with me. Ain't that a bitch? Okay, and like I said, Rainbow Zombies love to do that type of stuff, like stand behind you, stand by you, always be near you, because they're trying to make people think y'all are associated with each other. Like I said, just imagine always parking next to a girl outside. I remember one time me and this girl used to always pull up at the same time. I'm like, that's kind of weird. I guess we get off work at the same time. She'll park by me. So I would park first, but she'll eventually park by me. So she got tired of doing that, because you know how hoes will try to make a statement that I'm not into you. Bitch, I never thought you was, but she was trying to make a statement because she know how that looks. Like, he must think I like him. Or other people might think we got something going on. So she just started parking somewhere else, even though that was the spot that she would use to park at, and that was the spot that I would use to park at. Okay, so that right there should tell you something. Always watch what hoes do to let niggas know shit. And you see people applying reverse tactics to harass you. Okay, so once again, that's another form of fascism. Okay, I'm building up to something. Okay, so think about this right here. Okay, as soon as you have an opinion, and this is something I've been going through a lot, especially when I was younger. I have to fight for my right to say stuff. Everybody walk around saying what they want to say. But if I say one little thing, it's always an argument. People really do this type of stuff. because they're intimidated. They hear wisdom. They figure you wiser than them, which is true. But it's not my problem. It's not their problem. It's just something they should just sit back and just bask in. Just be happy that God is allowing somebody wise to be amongst you. But they don't believe in God, so they find it, insulting. Who does he think he is trying to bless me with somebody saying something wise? So they get mad. You know how people do it. They want to be God. They don't want God's blessings. It's like they want it, but they don't want to appreciate it. Okay, they'll just say, well, I got it. I did it myself. Okay. So, think about that part right there. Okay. But they get to walk around saying what they want to say, and you think that they're saying different things with each other. But they're actually saying the same exact thing because they don't believe in God. So no matter how individualized they think they all worship the devil and they all saying the same shit. Okay, so that's why you don't really see or hear people really fuck with other people as much as they fuck with you for having an opinion. You can just do something as simple as button up your shirt. Why you need to let your shirt be one button down, bruh. Loosen up. Like, why you, first of all, you wearing a t-shirt. Okay, first of all, I don't work for you. Okay, who the fuck do you think you are? Okay, and then people telling you what type of standards you should have in women, but that's a whole nother topic. Okay, just stuff like that. Okay, just because you want to lose don't mean that I should lose. Nigga, you be a loser by yourself. Don't try to drag niggas down with you. That's just the way it is. Okay, so that's how people try to do you. They'll just try to just gang up on you like that and just harass you. Okay, bitches. Talk the truth around a bitch, see what happened. Okay, now that's not to say that it's every single woman, but it's too many of them, so you can even arrogantly generalize them bitches and nothing will happen because how likely are you to be wrong? So, and that's just keeping it real. And they get mad at me. A chick almost beat my ass today for just telling her about two chicks that did something dumb to me. I said, I'm just speaking from experience, and this is what these two chicks just did to me. I ain't say shit about you. But that little she bitch could not stop. She was angry. That bitch was about to maul me. Okay, she was mad as fuck. I'm like, look, you on some other shit. Okay. And the reason why is because she's in sync with them. Just because she doesn't do nothing stupid to you, don't mean that she is not going to do nothing stupid to you. So you basically pull on her cards before she even get them out the deck. And hoes do not like being figured out. Okay, and you figured her out through other hoes. Okay, that's just what shysters do. They do not like to be figured out. Okay, I remember one time I was looking at this girl on YouTube do prank calls, and somebody guessed, her age. You must be this old. And he was on the nose. And she said, well, that was rude. They always do that when you just catch him, but that was rude. Okay. That is what they do. And bitches are the word, and the word is a bitch. That's how people operate. Okay, you walking around not even saying what you're against, but your actions is showing what you're against. Once again, people will just look at me, are you homophobic? I'm like, how do y'all know to just come up, or sometimes they'll just start talking to me, saying stuff about rainbow zombies that piss them off and stuff. I'm like, so you just know that I don't like rainbow zombies. I don't know how they know that. Okay, but they just know I don't like them. That's why some people say, are you homophobic? And I would say no, and I'm not scared of these niggas. So I'm not lying, but that's just the only way they can think to word it. They really want to ask me, do you hate them? They just don't know a smooth way to ask aside from using the word homophobic. Okay, but they just know. Like when chicks know that they will not even let you get a chance to even get, and that just goes to show you that they ain't got no good intentions anyway. So if you look like that you shouldn't be around this shit because men and women can't be friends, she's not going to really be pressed to give you her number. She'll kind of talk around you or whatever, but when it comes time to exchange numbers, she'll be more apprehensive than she would be if you didn't have that knowledge. Like, people just know. People just know who's a man of God and who's not. Okay. People know how you get down. They know how you don't get down. Okay. All right. and you trying to get a job, that's one of the main factors of being hired. Can you blend in with the people that's working here? It don't matter how good of a worker you are. If you don't get along with these people, then you can't, you know, we can't have you. But if you get hired and you can't get along, guess what they'll tell you? You're fired. Okay, but hold up, I do get along with people. They just the ones fucking with me. What? That's how they do that shit. Okay. Why ain't data problem? See, that right there just proves that that's classic fascism. Okay, this ain't no capitalistic society that everything is backwards. It's just like Alistair Crowley said. Walk backwards, talk backwards, think backwards. I don't remember exactly what he said. I don't feel like Googling it. But let me look at the 48 laws of power real quick. Okay, because this also reminds me of that saying about not telling your intentions. Hold on. Okay, as I'm looking for the one that I'm trying to say, I see one that says play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. See, I'm telling you, this is an evil book. Okay, but I'm actually just telling you what this book is saying just to show you how this book is basically telling you how to blend in with these people, how to make people, it's low-key telling you how to make people comfortable with you by trying to mold you into how society wants you to be and teach you how to prey on people. People want to be preyed on just like how hoes do. Play to people's fantasies. Oh man, I need to do a video on this. On more of these points. Hold up. All right, I'm having a hard time finding that quote again, but it was basically saying don't tell your intentions until you have made it so far that people they said don't do it because you don't want to give people a time to develop a defense. Okay, and by the time they discover what you're doing, it's too late to form one. You know, so some predatory stuff right here. Okay, now one of the main points. Okay, that I want to use to drive these points home is the Rick and Morty episode, the season 4 premiere, when Rick kept responding, okay, with the Phoenix program. So let's see if I can find that. All right, I found it.
Accepting. Rerouted. Backup. Data. Operation. Phoenix. Initiated.
What the hell? I axed this protocol. What are you doing with my clone? It's okay, I'm you. I took my own clone vat offline a couple seasons ago, so I think my backup got rerouted to your universe. I'm sorry. All good. Happy to help. By the way, annoying that I even have to ask, but you are down with fascist dystopias, right? Yes. That yes was pretty liberal with the letter Y. Well, isn't this strange?
Accepting. Rerouted. Backup. Data.
Okay, now this is funny. Okay, and I wanted to tie this into bitches as well. Okay, because that's what it's like dealing with these hoes. You know, you just into something that you think is just normal. You know, and I think this scene illustrates that because Rick's seeing something that he's familiar with, which is himself in an alternate dimension. Everything looked cool. He was in the dark. Then when the lights came on, there was some shit that he didn't want to see. Like, hold up. Okay, and then you just walking around. Okay, that's just how it is for with people as well. Bitches are the word and words of bitch. Look at the whole to see what society is really hiding. Okay, you can learn more about bitches by looking at the world. You learn more about the world by analyzing these hoes. Okay, so you just think about that right there. Okay, and you trying to blend in like how people try to tell you to be what you're not to get more whores. Okay, hoes can pick up on this. Okay, you think that these dudes that ain't about shit is pretending to not be about shit. No, they surrendered to ain't shitness. Okay, you cannot fake that type of shit. A hoe would know. Okay, just like how that Nazi Rick knew that the regular Rick was, you know, not down for it. Let's listen to it.
Yes. That yes was pretty liberal with the letter Y. Well, isn't this strange?
See, I'm telling you, people just know. They know you.
Rerouted.
Okay, that's why he even asked in the first place. Why do you think people be asking you questions? Okay, let's look at the other one.
Backup.
Data. Operation Phoenix. Initiated.
He tried to switch it up a little bit. Now he's a shrimp.
Man. Whoa, are you okay?
Once
yeah,
again,
sorry. I'm a Rick from another
something
reality.
familiar to
I
him.
got uploaded to your clone vat. Hey, don't worry about it, man. I have a dozen. What the?
Now you see this, everywhere he goes, he is just like the dimension that he's in, shrimp. Okay, so he think he could be comfortable with them. Now, if you look closely at this right here, everything looks even more normal than the previous scene.
The heck, Rick? Are you making clones?
Only difference is, at least so far, you just see that they're not human.
Down here? Get out of here, Stop asking stupid questions, Morty. You sound like a piece of shit. Oh, jeez. So tell the truth, man. No shame. You're looking at your shrimp body like, what? Is it that?
See how they people just like that for real. They'll try to lure you in with comfort, but y'all ain't nothing alike.
Obvious. I'm sorry. Yeah, my original body is more bipedal.
Hoes to try to lure you in with comfort. You don't give a fuck about this bitch. She don't give a fuck about you.
Ape descendant. Really? Weird. Does your house look like a tree or? No, it looks like this. It's like identical to this, actually. That is such a mind. It's all good, man. I'm fine with it. Honestly, you're doing me a huge favor by being shrimp instead of fascists. What?
And that's how it is talking to hoes. Oh, you're such a nice woman. You know, you're not like all the others. The last bitch I was talking to was such a bitch. She did this, that, and this. Chick could give you that look. Nose probably flapping everything.
God damn it, when did this shit become the default?
And everybody will attack you and everybody will rip you apart. You know, she'll call up, you know, chicks will just get people to just come and harass you, or, you know, people in general will just get people to come and harass you like that and stuff.
This too fascistish?
Nope.
See, he just like, I'm just tired of it at this point. You just know something, you know. And it's like, you know, going to job interviews and stuff, you know. It was so bad to the point where I was answering questions that I'm like, I know the right way to answer this is this, but every time I answer this, they tell me that's wrong. You know, people just gaslight you. Okay, it was so bad that when I got to a job that actually liked me, dude said, we're not trying to trick you. And that's when, you know, that's when I was working for that dude that was 6'5" at Home Depot. He was a cool dude, and I realized they was talking about his ass. I overheard them talking about him when I transferred to the other store. I'm like, how come everybody that helped me, you know, end up getting in trouble some type of way? You know, it was very pleasant working for him. He, you know, he didn't try to make me bend over backwards for no customer. Okay, just as long as I don't do nothing crazy, you know, he'll let me handle rude customers the way necessary. He didn't try to let them bully me or nothing. Okay. But it just get to that point though, but watch this.
Whoa, way to use up a clone. What the f, man? What's the matter with you? You don't talk? Tarantula got your tongue? Hey.
Look at how apprehensive Rick is.
Wasp Hitler? What? What the f? Where's that?
And that's how it be. It's just like being around a whole bunch of toxic people your whole life. And when you get around people that's not toxic, and you just kind of going through the motions like, you know, and then the other person be like, what's wrong with you, nigga?
Coming from. Look, I'm a primate. I'm having a hard time. I'll think or say whatever gets me home. Well, here's how it works with wasps. We eat our prey alive, and when we don't, we lay our eggs in their eyeballs so that our young can feast on their brains when they hatch. When you're born that big an asshole, the least you can do is have a little empathy. Now come have dinner with my beautiful family. And drop the Hitler stuff. Wasp Morty's been on some crazy message boards.
Now that right there is deep. Okay, because the best type of people are seen as very harsh and stuff like that to these zombies walking around. So that, you know, that's not exactly what this scene is saying though, but it's just an observation I peeped from it. And that's the best one that Rick actually been to so far. And
I created one for our star.
And that's who helped him get his body back and get back to his reality. But like I said, that whole Operation Phoenix thing, that's what it's like dealing with people. That's what it's like dealing with hoes, you know. You're trying to have a good time with people. You just, you know, oh man, you know, you just try to say what you think is going to get you by sometimes when you're just tired of all the bullshit. But at the same time, playing that way could make you lose out because not everybody will have sense enough to know what you're doing, you know, they'll just be like, you know, fuck you or whatever. But, you know, and that's all I got to say. And this has been the Negro Ninja bringing you your Negro message for today, Negro out.